now live. Kewal, great. So, hi Kewal, this is Atin Soni, and I welcome you to this author talk event. I'm really excited and I'm looking forward to have this interaction. How are you doing, Kewal?
Yeah, first of all, sir, thank you very much for this absolutely wonderful initiative and the opportunity for allowing us to share something of value to all our wonderful participants. So that's it. And we are like very much excited. And to be very honest, I'm deeply touched by the way you have introduced me. And to be very honest, there are many people who I will learn from. So like my family have supported me, my mentor, and obviously without you, our book couldn't be possible. So you all are like hand of God to me, and hopefully we can serve all our participants today by sharing something of value to all of them.
Absolutely, absolutely. केवल शुरुआत करते हैं आपके बारे में जानने से. So people would like to know about you. आप कौन हैं, आप क्या करते हैं, and how did you get into this present moment thing?
Yeah. So actually, apart from academics, I'm not a good fan of academics, to be very honest. So I like to learn from the experience and personal involvement. So what I believe is like out of academics, what I have done, what my achievements are, people can directly see on the website and see. But what I believe today is like if we have limited time and limited just I think around 45 to 50 minutes or so we can add more value to whoever who has joined us. So probably they can learn more about me by looking at the website, but at least we can directly move on to the topic so that we can add more value in the limited time we have. Actually.
Surely, but then you will have to tell us, how did you get into this present moment thing?
Yeah. So what happens during my academics? So to be very honest, I'm in a CA finals. I have not cleared my CA exam still yet. So I failed for 6 times. And to be very honest, during the failure process, something was stopping me. So when I failed for the 3rd to 4th time, because that was the time I really did all my effort, but I couldn't clear. So that was the time I decided that I need to do something out of the box, because that I know that I'm not good at academics very much like my other friend used to be. So I thought I need to do something of value so that even if I go from this planet, some message should be in this planet of myself, of my family, and there are other relatives who are inspiring me in this direction. So I just thought of writing a book, and it came from my mentor because he is already an author. Sneh Desai. He is absolutely one of the most amazing person on the planet. So
so your mentor is Mr. Sneh Desai.
Yeah. So from 2009.
Well, who doesn't know him?
Yeah. So 2009, I started to learn from him, and a thought came after I think 7-8 years, because initially I was learning, and then I just thought of writing a book, and the story is like quite interesting, because when I started to write a book, I couldn't write a book for 8 days, because that thought was stopping me, that once I write, who will publish the book? And that thought didn't allow me to write the book for 7 to 8 days. So I used to wake up at 6 a.m. I used to close my laptop at 7:30 a.m. and there was no improvement of the writing the book. So I came up with an article of Mr. Rahul Dravid, a great cricketer. So in the article, it was mentioned that a commentator asked him after the match that he saved the match for Indian team. The commentator asked that how did you play 400 balls and just score 100 runs and save a test match for Indian team? So he said, I don't focus on 400 balls, neither I focus on one single day, neither the one session, neither one over, but just one ball at a time. And that thought actually changed everything. Then on the 9th day, I woke up, I just wrote one page, and I was celebrating my success that I completed my one page. And after 1.5 years, 153 pages was done. So great salute to that Rahul Dravid article, and great salute to him as a great cricketer.
I hope if Rahul Dravid would listen to this, he'd be extremely proud, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm so happy to hear this, Kewal. So, and then you realize the importance of bringing your attention to the now, right?
Absolutely.
And not think about the future, not think about the past, but bring it to the now. Now, I want to understand from you. See, you are a #1 best-selling author of the book, Wow of the Now, right? So it's pretty interesting title, by the way, Kewal.
Yeah,
my question to you is, what is this Wow of the Now? By the way, what is now, Kewal? What is?
Yeah. So before writing the book, while writing the book, I just informally had a conversation with my family, my friends, and during the conversation, I could learn their problems. And I said, I was thinking about the root of the problem, that what is the root of their problem. So few of them telling that मेरे साथ पास्ट में ये हो गया, few were telling अरे फ्यूचर में मेरे साथ क्या होगा, I don't know, अच्छा बिजनेस मिलेगा कि नहीं, अच्छा सैलरी मिलेगा कि नहीं, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. तो I was thinking that problem का root is either the past or the future.
True.
So I was thinking like, agar past which we can't change because it's just a memory, and future will be in the present. That means past was present, present is already present, and future will be present. So भाई past के बारे में सोच के दुखी क्यों होना, और future के बारे में सोचना है क्यों, because हमको मालूम ही नहीं कल क्या होने वाला है. We are not sure whether we are going to wake up tomorrow morning or not. So whether live your life in the moment.
Right.
And then I started to read the book, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And that is one of the most amazing book, and that influenced me at a different level. And that is heavy. To be very honest, that book is very heavy for me. And then I thought of writing that book in a very simple language in my own words, so that people can understand and live in the present moment and experience life, because that's what life is all about.
Perfect. Perfect. A lot of people have joined us live here. So friends, I have a question for every single one of you. So Prashant, Daniel, Shantilal, Vineet, there are a lot of people who have joined us. I have a question for every single one of you. क्या आप लोगों ने पढ़ी है Power of Now? और क्या आप लोगों ने सुना है इस बुक के बारे में? अगर आपने सुना है, अगर आपने इस बुक को पढ़ा है, तो I want you to type it in the chat box. Or while you type it, Keval, my question to you is, when you wrote Vow of the Now, you already told us that you were inspired by the power of now, right? So, kya is the, I mean, what is the benefit of coming into this now thing?
Yeah. So,
because all of us, right now as well.
Yeah.
If I say about myself, you know, whether you like it or not, whether you, you know, it's like somehow we are conditioned in our mind to always either worry about the future or think about what went wrong in the past. It's so deeply conditioned in the mind. So my question is, how is it actually possible for somebody to bring his awareness to the now?
Yeah. So the main problem which I understood while speaking with all our relatives and friends and while writing the book, and they were telling कि मुझे थोड़ा सा टाइम चाहिए तो मैं अपने पास्ट को ठीक कर दूंगा. मतलब फ्यूचर में जो पास्ट हो चुका है वो फ्यूचर में ना हो, उसके लिए मुझे टाइम चाहिए समझने के लिए. मैंने उनको कहा, दिस द डिल्यूजन, ओनली द प्रेजेंट मोमेंट कैन फ्री यू फ्रॉम द पास्ट, नाइदर द पास्ट नॉट द फ्यूचर, बिकॉज पास्ट वाज प्रेजेंट एंड फ्यूचर विल बी प्रेजेंट. तो प्रेजेंट में रहना कैसे, ऑब्वियसली आई हैव शॉट डाउन 5 points which obviously I'll be sharing, and that is the best point on the planet to be in the present moment. Definitely I'll share, but I'd like to share a quote from Dalai Lama, and he said there are only 2 days in a month, 2 days in a year where nothing can be done. One is called yesterday, another is called tomorrow.
Right. Interesting.
Today is the right day to earn, learn, believe, do, and mostly live.
Yeah, absolutely. This is brilliant. Fantastic quotation, Kevin. Chan, thank you very much for sharing that.
Sure.
So Keval, kaise? Now I want to get into the juice of things. Kaise? How do we, as I said, when we are conditioned to live either in the past or in the future, kaise bhai? How do we get into this present moment? What is the strategy? What is the insight? Share something with us.
Yeah. So while talking to people, actually, I like to thank people as well, because they have shared something, their problems, and I was insisted to think something out of the box, to write something in the book that will impact their lives. So they used to tell, अरे मैंने पास्ट में ये ट्राई किया था लेकिन वो सॉल्व नहीं हुआ, या ये वर्कआउट नहीं हुआ. I tried this लेकिन वो हुआ नहीं, इसलिए आज भी नहीं होगा. मैंने कहा, अरे पास्ट में नहीं हुआ तो आज नहीं होगा, ऐसा क्यों बोल रहा है? पास्ट में नहीं हुआ बिकॉज यू हैव सम काइंड ऑफ इन नॉलेज, और मतलब उतना तुम्हारे पास नॉलेज नहीं था, या जो भी नहीं था उसके हिसाब से यू हैव टेकन एक्शंस. अगर आज आपको कुछ करना है तो द वर्स्ट थिंग इज लाइक पीपल आर लुकिंग एट देयर प्रेजेंट फ्रॉम द पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ द पास्ट, एंड दे आर पोल्यूटिंग देयर प्रेजेंट एक्सपीरियंस. मतलब कि इफ फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मेरे साथ कुछ पास्ट में बुरा हुआ है, अगर मैं वही दिमाग में लेके चल रहा हूं, तो प्रेजेंट में अगर मेरे साथ अच्छा भी हो रहा है तो उस पे फोकस नहीं करके मेरे प्रेजेंट एक्सपीरियंस को मैं पोल्यूट कर देता हूं. एंड दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम विथ मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल, दैट फॉर एग्जांपल नाउ कोविड, अभी कोविड 1-1.5 साल से है, ठीक है. पास्ट वी कांट हैव एनी कंट्रोल ओवर दैट कोविड पीरियड, ना ही हम कुछ कर सकते हैं. व्हाट वी कैन डू इज इंक्रीज आवर इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम, प्रिकॉशंस कर सकते हैं, इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम स्ट्रांग कर सकते हैं, उसके अलावा कुछ नहीं कर सकते. तो रोके फायदा क्या है? तो द बेटर इज लाइक वी डोंट हैव टू पोल्यूट आवरसेल्फ from our past perspective और हमें present moment experience को fresh experience करना है, not with our past perspective. That is the crux which it's challenging to do, but with the 5 points which I'll be sharing, it is easy for them, so everybody can be doing that.
Time for those 5 points, Kewal. We are too keen to listen.
Yeah. The first point is like spend time in nature. The first thing is like people are spending time with nature, but they have mobile in their hand. So the technology has actually made our life easier in some way, but they have trapped us by focusing. Even if I'm walking in garden, they have WhatsApp messages and their focus is on the mobile. So what is the use of having a good walk with their family or their wife or their spouse or their children while their focus is on the mobile? So the thing is, spend time with nature and with no technology. Mobile को switch off करके रख दो. If they're listening to music, it is fine. While listening to music, calm music, you can walk. Awareness level can be great. So the first point will be like spend time with nature, or wake up at 7, have a sunrise, see the sun. It's fresh enough. Or we can have a walk, but to avoid technology, because technology से क्या होता है, हम जहां पर है वहां पर नहीं रहते, कहीं और जगह पर चले जाते हैं at the level of mind. तो हम एक्सपीरियंस करते ही नहीं है, और बस हम बोलते हैं कि यार गार्डन में जाके थक गया मैं, मेरे को तो फ्रेशनेस फील ही नहीं हो रहा है. कैसे होगा? टेक्नोलॉजी ने तुझे बंदी बनाकर रखा है.
I completely agree with you. I mean, this is with like all of us. Even if we are going for a morning walk, even if you're going for an evening walk, the most of the time what we're doing is checking our notifications, right? So this is something that you've absolutely correctly pointed out. Ki agar we have to get in the now, we have to first of all get out of this addiction of having the smartphone in our hands all the time. I completely agree with you. That's step number 1, did you say?
Absolutely, sir.
Step number 2, Kewal.
Yeah, step number 2 is do what you love. Work on your favorite hobbies, because when you do what you love, time flies, and actually you lose track of time. Because it happened when I was writing a book and I was reading one of my favorite books. It was 3 continuous hours while I was reading the book, and I received a voice from my mom that come for lunch. I said, what? Because I started at 10 a.m. and at 1 p.m. I was like, like केवल खाना खाने को I like 3 घंटा हो गया, because that was the time I realized that I was in the moment, because that book has involved me so much that we just lose track of time. Time is like past, present, and future. So that was all gone. It was all in the moment with all my 100% energy and focus, and just time flies. So the thing is like, do what you love and work on your favorite hobbies, and that is second way to live in the present moment.
That completely makes sense to me. See, what happens is when you are doing something that you are deeply passionate about, or something that you like, or something that you love doing, you actually lose essence of time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you completely lose essence of time, and you're deeply into it. Even if it's you're writing something, or if you're painting something, even if you're singing, or whatever it may be. Few people are passionate about gardening, so even if they're watering plants, they're like completely into it.
Absolutely.
I absolutely agree with you. So I loved your first step, which is spend time with nature, not with your smartphone though. And second, you said that you really have to work on things that you are deeply passionate and the things that you love doing. Step number 3, Kewal.
Yeah, spend time with those who matters most, because that I have experienced it when I am with my close group of people, actually with my relatives, with my family, with my niece, with my mentor, with you. Absolutely, because I remember on 18th of January 2018 in Hyatt Regency, we met for the very first time, and I have a picture with you at 7:22 p.m. because that was the time I can show you the photograph right now, because some moments are priceless. If people can see.
Wow.
This is the photo. If I can zoom slightly.
Wow.
Yeah. So in Hyatt Regency, because that was the day on 14th of January. So that was like from around morning 10 to evening 5 was the workshop, if I remember. And after 5 to 7:30, I was listening in a separate room with you to understand how will we publish our book. Because I had many questions, I had many challenges at time, but you cleared every single point. And I can't forget that moment as well. So I remember the date, time, and the place where I took the photograph with you. So, and to be very honest, when I'm speaking with my colleagues also, or my friends also, or my relatives also, and if the topic is interesting, I lose track of time. And generally, because we have a mastermind group, in colleagues also, and relatives also, with family also, so when we speak, couple of hours like are like gone, and we
Gone.
think, yeah, are gone, because we speak of something like a totally different level, about
Agree.
life, about afterlife, about
Agree.
soul, about spirit. So that is the, we want to speak like endless, we want to speak whole day, whole night, to understand that what we can do for ourselves and for the community. Because during such time like pandemic, if we see, if we hear people's story, we feel like crying. So we feel fortunate that we are not in that trap. So at least we can do something for people to come out of trap at whatever level we can. We are not sure that what we'll be doing will be giving results to them or not, but at least we can give a try.
This is absolutely incredible stuff. So केवल आप बहुत simple तरीके से you are, I mean, I'm so happy about this discussion क्योंकि बहुत ही simple तरीके से आप वो simple strategies दे रहे हैं जिससे we can come into this and realize this now that we have with us every single moment. So we have talked about spending time with nature minus the smartphone. We have talked about working on our hobbies, and we have also talked about talking with people, being in the company of people that you like, right? So अगर आप
Absolutely.
लोग अच्छे लगते हैं, आपके दोस्त हैं, आपके people that you when you get into a discussion with them, you again lose essence of time. निकल गए 11 बज गए 12 बज गए रात के 2 बज जाते हैं कई बार, when we are
Absolutely.
talking with people. Absolutely amazing. Keval, I'm keen to move ahead. What's step number 4?
Yeah, step number 4 is like very interesting. People have asked me that मैं तो present moment में हूँ, बट मेरे को स्टिमुलस आते रहता है बाहर से, कोई मुझे गाली देता है या कोई मुझे स्टिमुलस देता है जानबूझ के, तो मैं क्या करूं? बिकॉज आई नो आई एम इन द मोमेंट, आई एम रीडिंग और आई एम कुकिंग और आई एम वर्किंग वट एवर, बट स्टिमुलस बाहर से आता है और मैं सब कुछ खो देता हूँ. तो उस पर क्या करना? एंड द स्टेप नंबर 4 इज whenever this is happening, you have to focus on your breath. Because if whatever emotions we are feeling, it could be peace, it could be frustration, it could be happiness, it could be sadness, whatever we are thinking at the level of mind, breathing will happen in that same rhythm. If we want to control our mind, we have to control our breathing, and if we want to control our breathing, we have to control our mind, and it is interlinked. So when it is happening with me every single day, when I am in the moment, something is happening. But because the world is such, we can't change the world. So we have to change ourselves, to be very honest. And whenever this is happening, let's say I'm focusing on my work with 100% focus, something happens. I need to solve that because that is a problem. So that is solved. Then again, I just take a quite 2-3 deep breaths, slow breaths. I know that is night. Now it is calm. And then again, I focus on my work with 100% focus. Because when you focus on something 100%, miracle happens. Because miracles will happen only in the present moment, neither in the past, because it is just happened, it is past, we can't change. Even if we have done anything great, it is gone.
Super.
What can we do right now which will impact our life today and the future?
Yeah.
But having said that, we have to focus absolutely on the now, and breathing is one of the great exercises which will help anyone to stay in the moment. And meditation, breathing, yoga, absolutely, because now the demand for that is increasing, because people are feeling the sense that they have lost their immunity system. And to immune yourself, you need to meditate, you need to you do yoga, and food, you need to have a good healthy food as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Friends, I have a question for everybody who is connected with us right now. How many of you are absolutely loving the discussion that we are having right now about being in the present moment? So Kewal has shared, the #1 best-selling author of the book Wow of the Now, have just shared with us 4 key strategies with the help of which we can bring our attention, ourselves, our entire existence, bring it to the now. And now, how many of you are keen to know about the 5th step? Put it in the chat box. I want to know from you. How many of you are keen to know about the 5th step? Because that is what we're going to be discussing with Kewal now. So Kewal, 4 steps that you have talked about sounds very simple, but unfortunately we are not able to follow them. So मेरा एक question है केवल आपसे कि ये इतने simple sound कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी why people are not able to practice them on a daily basis? Why people still get stuck with thinking too much about the past or their future?
Yeah, so thing is like, I absolutely understand, because I went the same phase while experience is the same. So I had some of my past baggages. So I was like जब भी मैं प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में होता हूँ तो वो 5 बैगेजेस मुझे याद आते थे, तो कि क्या करना, कि भाई चलो अभी तो मैं ठीक है, लेकिन ये सब इसका क्या, जो हो चुका उसका क्या, मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल इफ समबडी हैज इंसल्टेड मी, तो मुझे वो याद रहता है जो मुझे 10 साल पहले इंसल्ट किया था 10 लोगों के सामने, लेकिन वो आज भी याद है, लेकिन अगर किसी ने मुझे अप्रिशिएट किया होगा 10 दिन पहले भी, तो आज मैं भूल जाऊंगा. So the thing is like what to do, and I was like, the first thing we need to accept is our habit, because हम लोग conditioned है, जैसे आपने starting में कहा कि to focus only on the bad. And from that day, because of the help of my mentor, he asked everyone to write a book. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, we just have to write what are you grateful for. 5 things, simple things. If somebody has given me a small gift of chocolate, for example, I need to write thank you XYZ for this gift. Or somebody has appreciated me for my work, I used to write that thank you very much for appreciating me. So for 6 years I have done that exercise. So after that 6 years, because I dedicatedly did, sometime I used to miss that for a couple of days because some of the issue, but dedicatedly I've done it for 6 years. I have the diary with me right now. So that was the exercise. Now I don't need to do, because my focus is only on the good. There is pandemic, there is COVID, I know there is a global pandemic, but my focus is clear on my immune system, on the precautions, on my yoga, on my meditation, and on the good food. So the thing is, if we want to be in the present moment, we have to commit ourselves to not stay or not focus on the past. We just have to stay in the moment. And if we can't do, step number 1 is you have to write daily in the evening, or before you go to sleep, just write 4 things which you are grateful for. Do it for 21 days, and on 22nd day you don't have to write that book. On 22nd day your mind will focus on only the good, and you'll be grateful, and that is the start for you to be in the present moment.
This is again brilliant stuff, because I genuinely believe in jotting down things that you are grateful for. When you jot down things that you're grateful for, you again bring your awareness to what is you are thankful for, you're grateful for, you're happy for, right? And not go into that autopilot mode. Always, I don't know why this world works in this way. We are, as you rightly said, if somebody has said something wrong, did something wrong to us, we remember it for years.
Yeah.
And somebody who did anything kind to us or said good words to us, we forget pretty easily.
Absolutely.
Somehow this I guess the human mind works like that.
Yeah.
Interesting, Kewal. A lot of people are looking forward for you to share the 5th step.
Yeah, before the 5th step, there is a small link. Actually, we as a human being are on 3rd dimension, I would say. The level 1 is, I would say, plants. Level 2 are animals, and we are said to be on the 3rd dimension at a spiritual level. And there is something called a zebra effect. Zebra effect is like something, for example, let's say if zebra is eating a grass, he will be that or animal, any animal is eating a grass. At that time, they'll be focusing on only eating and nothing else. Let's say next moment and lion attacks the zebra as a shikar. So somehow that animal is like वो बच के भाग गया और lion को वो शिकार नहीं हो पाया. So after 1 hour, when that animal will again have grass, they'll not think about what happened 1 hour back, because that is their inner nature for animals. And what we do, अगर हमारे साथ कुछ बुरा, let's say if वो animal के बगैर हम होते तो हम लोग शायद 1 वीक तक खाना नहीं खाते, ये सोच के अरे टाइगर अभी आके हमको खा जाए. And that we need to learn from animals. And actually, unfortunately, I'm disappointed to tell that we as a human being are God's biggest creature, and God's, I would say, the premium creation. And still we have to learn for the solutions from animals and from nature. So I hope that while walking in the nature, while applying the step number 1, we realize the spider web which is on the grass, which is on the plant. We realize how butterfly flies from the cocoon, it comes out as a butterfly. So when we are with nature, nature can be our greatest inspiration ever, because when I am with nature, I just don't feel like looking at my mobile phone, because that's what all awareness is all about. And when we are in that awareness, we are in the moment.
I completely agree with you. I think we miss on life by not being with nature, right? So
absolutely,
I completely agree with you. If you go to the garden, even if you walk on the grass barefoot, the mere feeling of the grass below your feet is something that really makes you happy. I mean, it
Absolutely.
brings that happiness, a smile on your face. And
Yeah.
if you see any animal, if you see any bird out there, if you hear the chirping of the birds,
Yeah.
I think that also makes you so. It's so soothing, and
Yeah.
it calms you down. And people who are especially struggling with stress, people who are struggling with hypertension, what is this? This is all like when people are not in the present moment.
Yeah.
They are either thinking about the past or the future, right? Okay,
Yeah.
well, fifth step. We've got to go deep into the fifth step
Yeah.
now.
Fifth step is very simple: to experience silence. Because when we are experiencing silence, because generally, which I do when my in my room, I'm like alone sometimes for at least around half an hour, no mobile. I'm just with myself and I have a good atmosphere around. Actually, back, if you can see that लोटस टेम्पल के पीछे, that is my goal chart. So I look at my goal chart, उसके ऊपर टोनी रॉबिन्स का एक quote है which I daily look into. There are a good atmosphere which I have made in my room. So वो देख के I just feel like what I am here for. In silence we know ourselves, and only if we stay in silence we start to connect with the present moment, and only when we start to connect with ourselves we find ourselves. And
Absolutely.
so the thing is, like, we cannot find ourselves by going into the past or thinking about the future. We find ourselves by coming into the present, and that is silent. There are many advantages of silence. If you experience silence, you'll all will know what is that experience feels like. You feel like you are a part of a spiritual being. It's just it is just a personal subject to experience. Everybody will have a unique experience, but that experience will bring yourself closer to you.
True. Absolutely. Absolutely. Keval, fantastic 5 steps that you shared with us. And I'm all, excited because whether we like it or not, somehow with the kind of life that we live on daily basis, there's so many commitments you have. I mean, life gives you so many things, right? So even if you want to be in the present moment, sometimes you end up not being into it. And then such discussion, such insights tremendously help. केवल एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ आपसे मैं, क्या नुकसान है अगर हम प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में ना रहें, अगर हम इस प्रेजेंट मोमेंट थिंक को मिस करें on every single moment that we get in our life, if we are not in the present moment, क्या नुकसान कर रहे हैं हम अपनी जिंदगी में अपने आप के साथ जब हम इस बात को रियलाइज नहीं कर रहे, what is the importance of the now?
Actually, it's very simple. If we are not experiencing the present moment, that means we are experiencing life, not experiencing life. I'm sorry, because life can be experienced only in the present moment. Past is gone. Future, we are not sure what will happen. Future will be coming as present, and present we already are. Right now, we are experiencing a wonderful conversation. I am feeling crazy right now because the kind of sharing which we are doing, and hopefully it will benefit everyone who are all involved. So my focus right now is the conversation for 45 minutes or 1 hour. After that, I don't know what I'm going to do. After that, I'll think what I do. But whenever I'm doing right, whatever I'm doing right now, I need to make sure that I need to be in the present moment. And if you are not in the moment, then you are missing life. And I would say, if you are not living, then हम लोग बस एक पुतले हैं, बस इधर उधर घूम रहे हैं. So what's the benefit out of it?
True. Absolutely. And especially in these times, right? So it's like all the time we are living in this fear because of this pandemic that kahin ho na jaye, right? So this fear, kahin ye, this COVID thing ho na jaye. This fear is engulfing at every single moment. Or iski wajah se, I think we are missing on the beauty of life every single moment in our life.
Yeah.
No, Kevin?
I think, the key is, sir, to be fearless right now. I mean, fearless मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि कोविड पेशेंट है और वहां पे चले जाए. Being fearless means you connect yourself. You see what the pandemic is. You think about from your perspective. You do what you are supposed to do, and just be fearless. अभी क्या होगा कल मेरे साथ, anybody के साथ, किसी के साथ पता नहीं है. Why need to fear? And fear actually is something which is a delusion, because fear is imagination. Either we fear from the past which is gone, or we fear about something bad will happen in the future. लोग सोचते हैं, स्ट्रेस में आते हैं, वरी करते हैं कि मेरे साथ क्या होगा. They think about the future as, or they project or they imagine something about the future as something bad, and they fear right now. And fear is just a thought in imagination, so it is not real. So why you are fearing something which is not real? अगर सामने शेर आता है तो डर लगता है, वो समझ में आता है. अगर सामने शेर है तो सबकी फटेगी, अंडरस्टूड. लेकिन इमेजिनेशन करके थॉट लेवल पे क्यों वो भी प्रोजेक्ट करना बुरा इन द फ्यूचर, और अभी अभी लाइफ को जीना ही नहीं, और वही वापस वही, either you are polluting our present with the past experience or worrying about the future and delusion and not experiencing life because which is in the present moment.
Absolutely agree. Keval, I have a question for you. It is said that you become what you think about all the time, right? It's
Absolutely.
a quotation. So
Yeah.
you become in your life what you think about all the time, what's going in your mind.
Yeah.
अब एक तरफ ये ideology है जो कहती है that you become what you think about. And on the other side, there's another ideology that we are talking about that says, don't think about the future, be in the present moment.
Yeah.
How do we reconcile this? And how do we make a balance between the two?
Yeah. So every thought we think is a reflection of what we are as a human being. If I have a pure thought, let's say if we are not connected, if let's say, for example, you and I are a stranger to each other, and you have done something good to me, just out of pure care, support, and love. So your thought is such a pure thought at a deep at a vibrational level. If you say your thought creates your reality, is a fact. Because if we see right now what is happening, the COVID is increasing because whatever I have learned, what you speak and what you think, that will happen in your life. अगर छोटी बात रहेगी तो कल के कल ही हो जाएगा, अगर कुछ बड़ी बात होगी तो इट विल टेक इट्स ओन टाइम. आज हो क्या रहा है, सभी लोग कोविड के बारे में ही बात कर रहे हैं. Nobody is speaking about immunity or how to come out of it, because सबका फोकस इज ऑन कोविड कोविड कोविड. न्यूज में भी कोविड, लैपटॉप में भी कोविड, मोबाइल में भी कोविड, सब जगह पे कोविड. तो दिमाग में कोविड ही रहेगा तो कोविड नहीं भी होता रहेगा तो भी हो जाएगा. तो बाय आवर फोकस हैज टू बी ऑन व्हाट वी कैन डू, नॉट द कोविड. कोविड के अपने पास तो कोई कंट्रोल ही नहीं है, तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, हमें वो करना है. और थॉट्स क्रिएट्स आवर रियलिटी, दैट इज फॉर श्योर, बिकॉज आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस इन माय लाइफ. This book which I have written was a thought 5 years back. एक बस कैसे, मतलब I would say कि वो मेरे अंदर एक वायरस आ गया था कि बुक लिखना है, कैसे लिखना है, कौन पब्लिश करेगा, कुछ आइडिया नहीं था. लेकिन एक थॉट था, वो पागलपन था कि भाई बुक तो लिखना ही है, कुछ भी हो जाए. तो and I told you that you came as a hand of God to me that I'll publish your book. So अगर कुछ सोचना है ना तो अच्छा ही सोचो, बिकॉज आज अच्छा सोचेंगे ना तो कल उसका रिजल्ट आपको मिलना ही मिलना है.
I agree with you. So, Keval, how does it feel now that you have realized your dream of becoming a published author? You're now working on your second book. So, tell us something about your second book as well.
Yeah. So, second book, I will like to say that it is quite deep. It is quite interesting. मतलब जितना first book deep है, उससे ज़्यादा second book और ज़्यादा deeper level पर है, because I feel that कुछ अलग चीजों को address करना जरूरी है, and that the mindset is the base of that book. So I believe that mindset plays a major role in deciding what we are and who we will become. So my focus on the second book is absolutely on the mindset, and there are many other things which is associated with mindset, along with conditioning and belief pattern, and our four that what we call chemicals which happen like endorphin, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. These are the four chemicals which operates, which what we are feeling is because of that four chemicals. So it's quite on a deeper level. So I have learned from, I think this book I started on 9 September 2019. So almost 2 years, but 1.5 years. So it will complete 2 years. So hopefully before that I'll able to publish with your help, sir. So
Fantastic.
I think, yeah, what is my thought behind that is like, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि यार when I leave this world, the message, the good thought, the good words should be in this world. अगर मैं कुछ ऐसा करूँ ही नहीं, and the thing is like actions will be our determining factor. What you have achieved in the past, that is all gone, but what you can do right now will impact our future and the present. So आज जो भी करना है वो मैं आज ही करना है. जो हो चुका, जो मैंने जो भी पहले जो भी अचीवमेंट्स किए, दैट इज ऑल गॉन, बिकॉज वो कोई पूछने वाला भी नहीं है और उसका कुछ मतलब भी नहीं है, बिकॉज दैट इज पास्ट. आज मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ और जिससे लोगों का कल फायदा होगा, दैट आई एम फोकसिंग ऑन. और कुछ लोगों ने मुझे बताया था सर कि यार मेरे को बुक्स पढ़ने में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, तो मैं क्या करूँ, तेरा बुक तो खाली इंग्लिश में ही है, मुझे तो हिंदी और गुजराती आता है, तो एंड आई कुड नॉट फाइंड द हिंदी और गुजराती पब्लिश द कन्वर्टर टिल नाउ. सो उनके लिए आई स्टार्टेड अ यूट्यूब चैनल, जिससे मैं अपने बुक्स का समरी, कुछ कुछ वीडियोस मैं हिंदी में देता हूँ, जिससे उनको मैसेज मिलता रहे और आई कैन ऐड मोर वैल्यू टू देम. सो दैट वाज ऑल माय थॉट बिहाइंड दैट. So what I believe is like when we leave this planet, so obviously are something we should create that will be eternal.
अग्री, एब्सोल्युटली अग्री केवल. बहुत सारे लोग जो इस वक्त हमें सुन रहे होंगे या सुनेंगे इन फ्यूचर, वो किताब लिखना चाहते होंगे, लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं जैसे आपके माइंड में एक टाइम पर था कि यू नो देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ डाउट्स इन द माइंड. तो टॉपिक है, आइडिया है, पैशन है, इंटरेस्ट है, लेकिन कुछ डाउट्स हैं. तो उन डाउट्स की वजह से दे नॉट एबल टू कंप्लीट द बुक. क्या सजेशन है आपका ऐसे लोगों को?
एक ही सजेशन है, नितिन सोनी सर को कांटेक्ट कीजिए और सब कुछ आपका सुधार सॉल्यूशन हो जाए. बिकॉज योर वी हैव एक्सपीरियंस, बिकॉज वी हैव बीन वर्किंग फ्रॉम पास्ट 3 years. योर टीम मेंबर्स, एवरीवन हैज बीन क्वाइट वेरी मच सपोर्टिव. कितने सारे मेरे पास भी प्रॉब्लम्स थे. आई हैड सो मेनी डाउट्स and I needed clarification for even the minutest of the things, and they have been helping me from day one till today. And then replies are like quick, very quick. मैंने मेल किया और 2 घंटे में रिप्लाई आ जाता है कि do this, do that. So if anybody will want to write a book, even if they don't know what the topic is, or they actually have no idea about, actually they have to contact Nitin Soni sir and their team. And I'm sure that within 1 month you'll be able to write your book and publish and absolutely make an Amazon bestseller.
That's the cherry on the cake, right? Well, brilliant. It was such an interesting and exciting, enriching, inspiring discussion that I had with you, Kewal. कुछ ऐसा है जो आप कहना चाहते हैं लोगों को before we end our discussion? Any last words? Any message that you want to say that you convey to the viewers right now?
Yeah. So I would say that सबसे पहला point, 2 point है. First thing is like ego को छोड़ो, because I have experienced quite many problems in my I will not term anything, but I would say ego को छोड़ना पड़ेगा. Because अगर आप egoistic feel, आपके अंदर कोई भी चीज का ego होगा ना, तो आप present moment रह नहीं पाएंगे, because आपको वो ego ही हमेशा हर एक चीज को रोकता है. And we have seen महाभारत, दुर्योधन, and we have seen कि ego का क्या हालत होता है and what is happening. So सबसे पहला पॉइंट ये होगा कि भाई ईगो को छोड़ना है, और उसके लिए क्या करना है, वो अपने अपने मतलब हर एक को मालूम होना चाहिए. बिकॉज हाउ टू एक्चुअली टू बी वेरी हम्बल, मतलब अपने लेवल का ईगो होना नहीं चाहिए. इफ एनीबडी इज टॉकिंग टू यू, यू जस्ट बी ओपन टू देमसेल्फ एंड हेल्प विथ अ प्योर इंटेंट. And I would say that I love a quote from Jason Silva, and he says, creativity comes through you but not from you. Though it is with you, it belongs not to you. I repeat, sir, I love this quote. He says, creativity comes through you, but not from you. Though it is with you, it belongs not to you. That means the creativity which everybody is feeling that मैंने book लिखा, I have not written a book. I think nature has some energy working for every single person. If we have a pure heart, he will make sure that we do whatever we are doing. And I have experienced it. My relative members have done it, because I know my colleagues are also great. I know they have pure heart. They know what they are doing, but still the results were not showing up. But finally it helped them, because I know that आज नहीं तो कल अच्छे कर्मों का अच्छा रिजल्ट तो मिलना ही मिलना है.
No doubt about
and
that.
बुरे कर्मों का बुरा भी मिलेगा, वो भी तो बात है.
तो केवल ये बहुत ही आपने जो कोटेशन शेयर कर दी, आई थिंक दैट वाज द क्रक्स ऑफ एवरीथिंग दैट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड. और जो भी लोग इस डिस्कशन को सुन रहे हैं या सुनेंगे, एंड स्पेशली टू दैट कम्युनिटी हु वांट टू राइट बुक्स, आप लोगों को माइंड में क्लियर कर लेना है दैट द बुक इज कमिंग थ्रू यू, राइट?
थ्रू यू,
एब्सोल्युटली, नॉट कमिंग फ्रॉम यू.
और यही सोच से आपका ईगो कम होगा. अगर आपके अंदर लगता है कि अगर आपको लगता है सब कुछ मैं ही कर रहा हूँ, तो मैं कभी खत्म हो जाएगा, पता भी नहीं चलेगा. और ये अगर इफ इट इज कमिंग थ्रू यू, दैट मींस इट्स someone else is helping out.
Someone else is giving you that inspiration, and you got to do you got to respect that, and you got to do justice with it, because somebody up there has chosen you for that, choosing you to be that channel through which you were able to share those ideas.
And absolutely, for that I am very grateful to my family, my mentor, to you and my colleagues and my relatives, because they are all like a part of hand of God to me. Because when I needed help, and I just had a call. I just called them, "Okay, bhai, thoda kuch problem," and within half an hour, I was like on a different track. That
Wow.
I know that because I'm blessed to have an amazing family and friends around. So it is truly an inspiration for me to even give more to them, because I believe that if who we are is a gift from God, who we become is a gift to God. And that is a quote by Dr. Deepak Chopra. I'll repeat again. If who we are is a gift from God, then who we become is a gift to God. So I believe we need to gift God, because God has made us so great. So obviously we need to do something. We need to create something great so that we can say that हाँ हमने अर्थ पे जाके कुछ सच्ची में कुछ किया.
क्या बात है केवल. I mean, Keval, how old are you?
I think I'm just 21.
You indeed are, my friend. Well, thank you so much, Keval. It was such an amazing experience for me to come here today and have this discussion with you. I'm going away with some valuable insights. I have taken my notes and I'm looking forward to implement them in my life. A lot of people and everybody who is watching this right now. I mean, I can already see people congratulating you for the knowledge, for the wisdom that you have shared. Keval, thank you so very much. It was a pleasure connecting with you. And on behalf of the entire community and the people who are watching and the people who will watch, we all want to thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom.
Actually, I need to thank to somebody else, because who I am today is because of somebody else. So if you are thanking to me, I'll make sure that that thank you reaches to that correct person, because they deserve the thank you, which, let's say, like a cricket player playing a century, hitting a century, but whenever they are asked that a century, how come you hit a century, he's like, credit goes to the support staff, our coach. That means that mindset is important, because they make sure that the player's mindset is on the top, and when they are performing, they are great enough to give the credit to the person who actually deserves, and they are the people working in the background, and somebody else is seen by the world as a hero, but they are telling that real heroes are my coach, my mentors, and the support staff. And that is a salute for me, for every sports person, and really I'm inspired from a sports person.
Brilliant, Keval, brilliant. I look forward to have another discussion with you as soon as your second book is out. I wish you all the best, and keep doing the good work that you're doing. Keep inspiring people with your work, Keval. It was an amazing experience. Thank you so very much for joining us today. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, actually, it was absolutely a pleasure for me as well. Thank you so much, sir. And if people want to learn more about it, actually they can buy this book, and they can learn more about it, how to be in the present moment awareness.
Absolutely. So everybody who is interested in learning more of this topic, you can go to Amazon, you can buy the copy of Wow of the Now. And Keval, in case people want to get in touch with you, how can they get in touch with you?
Actually, they can email me, or in the website, they can email me. So I'll be able to answer them. Or if they want to know the email ID, so they can also, through the website, they can share with us. Or also in the YouTube
your website address?
KewalGangani.com.
KewalGangani.com. Perfect. Thank you so very much. Amazing. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Keval. I'll see you soon again.
Bye. Thank you so much, sir. Deeply touched by your gesture. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.